Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another video where we're going to be talking about LinkedIn growth strategies and so much more. I'm Udit Goenka. I'm the founder and CEO of Autoposting.ai, which is an agentic AI content discovery and content creation platform. And before I talk more about the product, I'm also one of the top voices, made a couple of exits, an active angel investor, been a couple of TEDx speaker at the same time, and trust me, most of those things happened because of my strong LinkedIn presence. This is why I wanted to explain you a bit more about who I am and how LinkedIn has really helped me and why you should be focusing on before I talk about today's topic, which is understanding the LinkedIn content framework, right? We're going to be discussing about 42 proven frameworks with templates, that's everything out there, and how you can utilize it for your business. You can discover how LinkedIn content framework works with your social media presence, from being ignored, where you probably don't get engagement, to you getting engagement and you coming out as a thought leader on LinkedIn. Very important. This is a proven framework that I'm going to be sharing with you. Also, if you don't want to waste time or you don't want to watch this video, I'm not going to force you to watch this video, but please do watch till the end because I'm going to be sharing a lot of interesting and amazing stuff. But at the same time, we also have written a complete blog post around it. And as you can see, every single template has been written over here. It's absolutely free, no gimmick, nothing. You don't need to subscribe to anything or to get these templates, right? Everything is right away available over here for a simple copy and paste. I'm going to be dropping the link for this particular blog post in the description so you can check it out and use it as you want. However, let's try and understand these things first before we get started with anything else, right? So stop wasting on those crazy things that you have been doing and simply just going and using platforms like ChatGPT, where you're saying write a LinkedIn content about it and then you're just publishing it, or you're writing something but it's not working. It's not going to work. It has to have proper strategy, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But at the same time, I'm also going to show you the power of auto posting, where if you do all of these things manually, it's going to take you hours. If you do the same thing with auto posting, it's going to take you just few seconds. But again, you can do everything without the product. It's just going to consume time, right? So now you have to ask yourself, is your time worth it? Do you want to save those couple of hours every single day? If the answer is yes, then bang on, you're on the right video. So let's get started. So understanding the LinkedIn content crisis, right? 89% of all the posts gets ignored. Why? Because they lack formats, they're not written properly, they're just a bunch of paragraphs that no one is intrigued about, no storytelling, it's just piece of content, right? Despite having 1 billion members on LinkedIn, 89% of them gets disappeared, right? And hardly some of them get about like 10 engagement, which is few likes, comments. That doesn't get you reach, and that's never going to make you come out as a thought leader. The top 1% of LinkedIn creators, right, that knows the success, it's not about inspiration. They have a proven framework. They do it consistently again and again and again and again. Is because they have framework. That's what I have done to really grow. As you can see, again, I'm going to show you my credentials, right? I'm one of the top voices. Again, I'm just going to refresh. It's always good to show and refresh. And so as you can see, check this out. I've really formatted. My next video is going to be coming out on LinkedIn profile optimization. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss out on that particular video. Along with that, I'm going to be posting some amazing new stuff as well, right? So make sure that you subscribe, like, and please, if you don't like, it's not going to reach to more audience. But coming back, and at the same time, there's a psychological pattern that you need to use, right? Can't be just random templates either, because if you're not triggering the feel, right? If you cannot trigger a feeling among the users who's going to read the content, they will not be able to connect. And if they do not connect, your post will not have engagements and have that reach that you really want to succeed. Now, why these frameworks work, please understand that, right? First, it starts with hook optimization, right? So we use this pyramid, right, where it starts from the bottom of the pyramid always, where hook optimization is very important. The first 7 words is everything. Then it comes the value architecture, where you balance between entertainment value, connecting with people. This is where again the magic happens. So hook, you get their attention, and then you create the value. And then finally you have a good CTA. This is how you need to design. This is the pyramid framework, right? Again, starts from the bottom of the pyramid and not the top of the pyramid. Always, always, always remember that. So again, this is why you need to optimize things, and that's how human brains are really processed. Now, understand the hook heavy framework for maximum engagement. Always make sure that your hooks are controversial. It's either bold, something that people do not expect. It needs to be controversial, right? That's very important. That's key. And again, I'm going to be leaving a link for that in the description, where we have again written about 300 proven hooks as well. For you, you can simply copy and paste those hooks. So let me just quickly go through that and show you. I'm going to be dropping the link for this particular post as well. And as you can see, we have written down all of these crazy hooks for you. See this. If you're struggling with, you make this, right? 12 months ago, I was burning out managing 50 employees. Again, hooks, right? We've written down 300 such hooks. It's absolutely available. No need to subscribe to anything. Again, I'm going to be dropping the link, as you can see over here. Check this out, right? Like, we've written some amazing, incredible hooks for you. Again, I'm going to be dropping the link for this particular blog post for you as well in the comments. So please make sure that you subscribe, because we're going to be adding a lot more value in the coming days and making you the top 1% creator in the next few weeks, months. So coming back again, try to understand. It's very important. Second, it's very important that you add right call to action. Clear call to action is very important. Don't just expect after people reading the content they will do things by themselves. That's just not going to happen. You have to explain and tell people what to do. Third, which is again the middle of the pyramid, is again the story. It's very important to break down, explain people, create value, create and connect. It's very, 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 very important, right? So I'm going to go back to the previous content over here, and I'm just going to quickly show you, right? So for example, here is a good example, right? Let's take this example. 70% of B2B buyers are influenced by their network's LinkedIn activity. Interesting. I want to read. This isn't just about individual posts going viral, it's about the compounding effect of consistency. This data backs it up, right? Here is you write down, here is it, right? A very small piece of content, but as you can see, it's following that framework, right? We start with a hook, provide value, and then you have a clear CTA. The CTA over here is, what's your content strategy of 2025? Let me know, right? You're asking people question, and generally some of the best CTAs are question, because whenever you want to start engaging with people, you drop a question. Very important, right? So again, understand that these things are extremely important. Now, this is how the educational frameworks works out for building authority. You have to build an ultimate guide, right? Which is presenting problem. For example, right now I'm creating these videos to help you solve your problem, breaking down things, making it easy for you to explain. Then again, let people know and have some mythbusters, right? If people think cold calling is great, tell people how cold calling is not great, right? Which is, and again, back it up with data. Always remember that. So for example, if someone says LinkedIn doesn't work, I tell them it works because I've been doing it. If it did not work, then I would not be using it, and I would have probably not built auto posting as a product around it, right? So again, myth buster, very important. Then micro teaching, keep the concept small, similar, just like how I did in the slide previously. I broke it down and explained you how the pyramid structure works, where hook, value, and action catalyst works, right? Again, break it down for people, make it easy for people to understand. Add social proofs, which is case studies, behind the scenes, whatever it is, add those case studies, very, very important. And finally, start building community building frameworks, which is add some poll at times, drop some resources, simple questions, just thank people, right? If you reach 1,000 followers, just thank them. That's it. Something very simple. You make it about them. Every post should be about the users, not about you, right? The value needs to be about them, how they can avoid the mistakes so they can benefit from it. It's very, very important. And this is how the authority building framework works, right? Like the industry predictions, then you make some bold prediction. Like I said, you recognize the patterns and you write them, your first ones, right? Then you do the constant take, and then finally the benchmark, right? Again, build authority contents around your niche. That's extremely important, right? And this is how the conversion focused framework works, where you talk about the soft pitch, the value, and the case study. Case study could be how someone used Autoposting.ai for an example and drove those growth, right? Or you provide a clear cut benefits and according, right? So we have covered many of such frameworks in this particular video that you can go through. And as you can see, there are, again, like I said, there are approximately 20, there are close to around like 40 plus frameworks that we have for you, right? 42 frameworks that we have for you. Again, I'm going to drop the link. You can go through each one of them, understand, take your time, and then just leverage on these frameworks for your growth on LinkedIn. Again, these are proven, backed by data, so it cannot go wrong, right? Here are some viral prone frameworks for maximum reach, right? Do some list posting, high reach, basically. Use our viral formulas and then use the right tools. It's very important to combine these things. When you do that is when you drive growth for your business. Again, remember these things, right? Again, here is the framework implementation challenge for you. First, do the right research, then make sure your voice is consistent, then make sure your audience is is not a mismatch. Very important. Then algorithm fatigue is going to happen, so make sure that you keep on changing the formats of your content, and then the final execution over, right? Now I'm going to show you how you can use all of these and just automate everything using auto. Again, you can do everything manually. You don't require the software if you have the time of 2 to 3 hours every single day to create those. Again, if you use platforms like ChatGPT, you have to do manually and plus get a bunch of other subscriptions as well, right? You don't need that when you use auto posting, right? So for example, I'm going to quickly show you. Let's go ahead and create some content. So I'm going to first go to the content discovery. uh, let's get some new pieces of trending contents around AI and see what it generates. And then once it has the stories available, then we're going to turn those into an active post, right? So we're just going to wait for about 10-15 seconds for the content to be discovered. Now what it's doing behind the scene is it's going analyzing every pieces of content in the last 24 hours that people are talking about, which one is getting most engagement, which one is not getting enough engagement, everything, and then it's analyzing and telling you these are the 13 topics that you should be talking about, right? So as you can see, there are some very good topics that's being discussed about right now over here. And if you don't want that, you can just use an idea generator, right? So for example, I will simply say HR problems in 2025. Hit the generate button, just wait for a few seconds, it's not going to analyze, and then just create a piece of see this, right? Again, you want to turn this into a post. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this. You can do the same thing, by the way, for content discovery as well. Just turn this into a post, but in this case I'm just going to use the idea generator. I'm going to go back, as you can see, engaging. I can also add my own voice over here, right? Very subtly. So I'm going to add that over here. So once that has been added, I'm going to select one of the formats. Now I'm going to talk about mistakes because that is one of the frameworks, right? Here you go. Again, you can add your own stories, right? So it's going to take information and blend it very nicely and just hit the generate button. Go ahead, grab a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you like, or just have some water, man. Water is my favorite drink, and I hope your favorite drink. Oh, by the way, if you have your favorite drink, do let me know in the comments as well. What do you guys enjoy the very most? But meanwhile, while you guys grab that, it takes about 10, 15, 20 seconds to analyze everything and generate those pieces of content for you, right? As you can see, now the content is ready. Here you go, the entire piece of content is ready. I selected GPT for a mini model. Again, if you use this chat GPT and try to create a similar piece of content, it's going to take you a couple of hours, right? If you don't want this particular format or model, you can go ahead and change the model as well. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. If you like everything, just hit the preview button to see how the content will look like. If everything looks good, you can either copy, save it, or you can just go ahead and publish it, right? So if you want to go ahead, let me just go. Here you go, and you can just schedule it if you want from here. There you go, just schedule it from here or just publish it from here, and you're all set. That's it, right? That's how easy it is. Saves you huge amount of time. You can just keep on scheduling such pieces of content, and again, we're constantly adding new features for you every single month, right? That's how easy it is to use auto posting. I'm going to come back over here. So again, we have great frameworks, right? We do agentic AI research. um, it helps you to also keep your voice consistent, which is very important, right? And then finally, it's driven through data and performance optimization, as you can see. Now, building your framework, right? Building a personal framework, keep a timeline of at least 12 weeks. It's not a magic pill where you just start and boom, you go viral right away with first post. That could happen, right? That has happened with a lot of auto posting users. But again, keep a 12 week window where you keep on consistently posting and talking about it over the course of next 12 weeks. This is what you need to do. The first 4 weeks, talk about and building the foundation, right? Using our core five frameworks. Then in the next 5 to 8 weeks, which is the next 4 weeks, talk about the diversification, which is case studies, etc., etc. And then you start talking about your own hybrid frameworks where you talk about the adaptation and the best performance with your own unique voice. Keep on adding things because by then you would have built a lot of audience already for yourself, right? Use this. I can guarantee you are gonna see the growth. Again, all of these things is something that I've done over the course of last couple of years over LinkedIn, and I've seen the growth happening, right? Which is the most crucial part, right? So this is how the framework performance analysis work, right? Data driven, which is 7.2% of the engagement rate, is something that you can expect. Story arc about 6.8% from an average 2%. Controversial content works amazing, right? So that is the moment marketing, which is what content discovery helps you. Case studies and then resource drops, right? This is the typical audiences that you're going to be serving, right? So, and all of these things again has been after analyzing thousands and thousands of posts, my own experiences, everything has come in to build these for you, right? So start transforming your LinkedIn presence today. Do not wait. Start today. I think one of the biggest mistake people make is they wait and start tomorrow. Don't start tomorrow. Start today. If you have discovered something, I'm telling you, LinkedIn is a gold mine of an opportunity to build a fantastic brand. I have done that, right? Again, the two TEDx opportunities that I've gotten is because of LinkedIn. Right. And again, I use those in the sales pitches as well now that, hey, I've been a 2x TEDx speaker. So whenever I talk to people, it makes a huge difference. But it took me about some time. I'm trying to crunch it down so that you can possibly reach those goals faster using auto posting and just be consistent. Use our guides, tutorials, everything to just grow, right? So transform your LinkedIn today. Head to autoposting.ai and just subscribe or head to app.autoposting.ai to sign up, get started. Again, I'm going to drop the link in the comment below, right? And let me know, post your first content. It's absolutely free to get started. Tag me in the post. I'm going to engage with your post as well, and you might steal my audience, right? Because if I engage with your content, they will see your content. So I want you guys to grow. I'm here to help you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via chat. So if you're inside the application, just hit this chat button and you can reach out to me anytime. I'm personally going to respond to your queries, your questions, and help you out. Also, if you want, you can just connect with me on LinkedIn. Look for Udit Goenka. Send me a DM. I'm more than happy to answer your question. Right. With that, I'm going to be wrapping up this video. If you guys like this video again, subscribe, like, and I'm going to be coming back with another value piece of content in the next video. Until then, have a great one.